There is a new hockey team headed to North Carolina as the Greensboro Gargoyles will be joining the ECHL in the upcoming years. And the very cool thing about this, they're going to be playing out at the Greensboro Coliseum, the original home of the Carolina Hurricanes before PNC Arena was built. The other awesome thing, Spittin Chiclets are going to be part owners in this adventure, which means they're going to be bringing more activity from their podcast, from their point of view, to the North Carolina area, which is only going to amplify and just make hockey a bigger thing in the Triangle and throughout the whole state of North Carolina now, because Greensboro technically outside of that, well, I guess Piedmont area, but we digress. I'm going to pass it over to you guys. What kind of implications do you guys think this has for the hockey in this area, and what do you kind of envision this ECHL team becoming with the backing of such an
man, I tell
important
you,
thing like
have you guys
Spittin
ever seen
Chiclets?
the Savannah Bananas or whatever they're called? This team is going to be this team. It's going to they're going to fill the
Yep.
stands every single night, because it's going to be like, I'm going to say a gonk is not the wrong word, but it's going to be it's going to be so entertaining. You're not even going to know what to do with yourself. So I think Greensboro's really needed a team for a while. They've really been pushing for one. They've had great success over the past, couple of decades. The Monarchs back in the early 90s, and then, the Generals in the late 90s, early 2000s. So it's really, really exciting. I think it's going to grow the sport, continue to grow the sport. I mean, Winston's done a great job with the Thunderbirds to really fill the stands. So I really think these guys own a lot of teams too. They own the Savannah Ghost Pirates. They own the Jacksonville Icemen. They own the Charlotte Checkers. So they know the game of hockey. And by adding the Chiclets, these guys it's going to be so entertaining. I am really excited to see what happens and to attend a handful of these games. That's for dang sure.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, one thing real quick, Cam, before I pass it over to you, sorry. Just to kind of correct a little bit, it is like this going to be like the Savannah Bananas in the aspect of outside of the arena. The hockey on the ice is going to be the exact same. It's the ECHL. It's going to be in an actual league. They're not going to be able to do all the fun gimmicky stuff and stuff like. I just want to make sure it's prefaced that this is
it's going to be
professional hockey team headed to Greensboro.
Yeah, and like you were saying with
yes.
I think it's the Thunderbirds out of Winston-Salem. It's either the Thunderbirds or some kind of. I honestly don't know. I have not been to a game. I've seen pictures though, but they sell tickets, man. They push tickets. So you get all those people from Winston, everybody from the Greensboro area. I mean, yeah, they're gonna sell tickets. They are, and that's what I mean.
Like you're gonna have some pull from Raleigh,
you look at
too,
the situation
with the
that
names attached to it.
That kind of we're in right now. Like, myself and my wife live in Greensboro, so we're pretty far from Raleigh, and it's kind of a hike to get to those games. So, hey, look, I might be a future season ticket holder at the Gargoyles. So who knows, man? Like, it's one of those where, the tickets will be cheap. It'll be a lot of entertainment. It'll be a lot of fun, as long as they do it right. And they make sure that the entertainment value is there, because let's be honest, like some of the guys it's not gonna be the greatest competition. Like there's gonna be some really young guys that you're like, oh, if he develops properly, he's gonna go. But there's maybe one or two of those guys on that team. The rest of them are just there to kind of live out their dream of playing, which is great. But again, it's not gonna be.
There's some eight guys that
they'll be like bottom
AHL.
Six, guys in the AHL for sure. But overall, again, it's just gonna be good entertainment. It's gonna be fun. I'm glad they chose Greensboro. They could have chose anywhere. They could have chose somewhere in Tennessee. They could have chose Kentucky. Anywhere, literally anywhere. A team that doesn't, state that doesn't have a team, and now Carolina's blessed with two teams. Now they got two professional hockey teams in the state of North Carolina. So. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to go to games for sure. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, quick thing before we do wrap. So from my understanding is there was already talk about them buying a team in Greensboro. This ownership group and Spittin Chiclets wasn't a part of this whole conversation. It wasn't until way later on into the buying process that they're jumping on board. And it sounds like, from my understanding, it's not for a massive amount of monetary amount. They're given a percentage for more the entertainment and growing this, like making the value outside of the actual game on the ice around the arena. And so
Yeah.
Yeah, very very similar to like KSI and Logan Paul being on Prime. They don't own they never were really a part of it, but they became a marketing asset, and in return they're getting a percentage of the company. So I have a feeling it's going to be a very similar situation with this kind of them hopping on board, where a majority of what you're going to see out of them is going to be outside of the arena, and that's where they're going to make the ownership group their money. It's not going to be based off of the name. I mean, they're going to be talking about Greensboro hockey now on the podcast, I feel like a heck of a lot more. So the ECHL's got to be happy. I mean, the hockey in Carolina is going to be great. It just it seems like
become
a win-win
a destination
all over the place.
Realistically, for people that listen to the Spittin Chiclets podcast, they're like, hey, I want to go see the game for the team that they own. They're part owners of. So, and hey, listen, I'm right there with them. I've already ordered merch, so I get it. Like I do. I've already ordered a couple of T-shirts, and I get it. I do. Like I'm excited too. So, it's going to be a lot of fun though. It really is. So,
Is there a set time when they're going to be in?
It's this upcoming year. It's October of this year.
Like, is it next year that they're?
So they just opened
next
up
season.
The lines for the season tickets and everything for people if they wanted to basically get in a queue for them, like to see if they can opt in. And it's going to be a lot of fun though. I'm excited.
Yeah, I know it's going to be it's going to be wild in Carolina.
Well, it's
good
going to be
things
a lot
happening.
Of fun. Yeah.
Yep. So I wouldn't be surprised if Pink Whitney
I would not
very,
either. There's
active
a lot of banners
in that arena around that area. So
yeah, for
There's
sure.
gonna be a lot of advertisement for Pink Whitney through there. But anyways, that is where we'll leave it for you guys. But good news in Carolina, and we can't wait to see what it becomes.